in pro sports, people have to persevere. People have to believe in themselves. People have to work really hard, and I think this can help. I don't make it, Jock Yoga, I don't make sport specific. I make it accessible to jocks like I was. So it's a strong practice, and we go hard. And yes, we open our hips, because that's opening the hips opens the heart, opens the mind, whatever you want to say. But I mean, I felt a big difference in my life as I started getting more limber in my hamstrings, in my hips and whatnot. So yes, we do it, but I'm not scientific or clinical about any of the muscles we're stretching. It's not like that. It's just, it's a, you know, and when you talk to somebody that's hardcore into yoga, you'll hear somebody say, oh yeah, you got to see this girl or this guy. They've got a really strong, he or she has a really strong practice. So I kind of took that as a tagline for Jock Yoga, and I just called it a strong practice, because it is a strong practice, right? A strong life practice. So I guess that's what I could say Jock Yoga is, a strong life practice. If you want to define it further, it's contemporary, even pop athletic spirituality.
And bless pop. Yeah,
yeah,
bless pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Pop is amazing. It brings a message to the masses, and it says something about what's happening in the collective, in a lot of us. And so, I mean, I think that what is pop can be just as spiritual, just as relevant, just as beautiful as what is fringe, what we call fringe, or what we call, traditional.
If there's any philosophy, it's stuff that I've learned from my own journey, and stuff that I've learned that I've used in my own life to overcome. And
well, it's relevant to the clients that you serve and the culture that we live in. And I think that's part of what makes it so unique and so inventive and something really special, That's part of why I wanted to talk to you on camera, because it does say something about your willingness to blaze a trail, even within something that has a strong root. The yoga part honors the root and the strong tradition of the practice, but the jock in you knows that you have to bring that message to a different audience than maybe would be interested in yoga if there wasn't the jock in front of it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And absolutely, and that's why I don't preach anything traditional when we're in the classes, and I play contemporary music, and I tell jokes, and we have fun. Sometimes I even tell jokes in the with the exact opposite meaning, like when we're practicing, and I'm like, make sure your posture looks good, because that's what's really important, right? And then people, I'm sure people laugh, but then they go to that place where they understand, obviously, that's not what's important, right? And so instead of preaching what's not important, or looking good is not important, right? I'm not going to preach that, who cares? But like I said...
But you were always really good at that. Michael has always been really good at using humor to convey wisdom. And so it doesn't surprise me that you utilize that in your class.
But I mean, it's also serious as well. And I
yes.
mean, and because I don't know if this was on the camera last time, I've used my own experience in my classes, and what I learned in recovery was a saying, and I'm paraphrasing, is there is a principle that can act as a bar to all spiritual progress, to all progress in life, and that principle is contempt prior to investigation. And I've used those words loosely in my classes before, because I sometimes see people give up on themselves before even trying something, right? And so how are you going to achieve your dreams? How are you going to achieve a blissful relationship or an amazing career if you give up on yourself before you even try, before you even experience it? So I push people to actually, like, if we're going to try something really challenging in class, instead of sitting there and being like, I'm not going to do it, or I don't believe I can, I'm like, why give up now? Why not actually set it up? Maybe you're not going to balance on your hands, but maybe you put your hands down and you move forward a little bit, and then you just think maybe one day I can lift my feet up here, right? And that's about the depth of it.
I'm going to do that later on today.
Otherwise, I want people to come to Jock Yoga because, and like you said, they might come because they would normally not come to a yoga class without the word jock in front of it, but they might stay and go further in their studies of spirituality or go further into bettering themselves physically, mentally, eventually spiritually. And if I can be a gateway just to get people in the door, then I think that's amazing. And then I've shared, like I said, and I've shared, and I'm drawing my own abundance because I've been able to share something with other people.
Because it has that jock in front of it, new people are being introduced to this spiritual tradition, and that opens doors as well within them, spiritual doors within them as well. And I think that that's beautiful. I mean, I would think anybody would like that. Anyone who liked yoga or anything connected with that tradition would like that. But sometimes there are purists. Bless the purists.
It's starting.
Bless the pop.
I just want to say though, it is
Bless the
starting to
inventors.
get out to the masses a little bit. On August 18th, I'm going to be teaching at the Rogers Center Sky Dome before the Argos
That's
game.
Huge. That is
Before the
huge.
Argonauts game, and the Argos themselves, some of them are going to be practicing with us on the field.
That's incredible.
There's going to be thousands of people practicing yoga with us. That's on August 18th. You can go to my website to find out about ticket sales.
I'll put it down at the bottom of the screen.
And also I'm going to be doing my first international Jock Yoga boot camp / retreat at the Standard Hotel, which is a very chic, holistic spa and hotel and yoga center in Miami, in South Beach. And that'll be the weekend of October 27th to 30th. So that's happening, and I'm going to be teaching some classes around North America, in New York, in Seattle, and in Miami as well. I saw Lululemon started dating me and then proposed to me to be their ambassador by dressing up like Madonna one day. All of them dressing up as Madonna and singing to me and asking me via a picture of Madonna with a blurb by her mouth, Michael, will you please be our ambassador?
What a great company to be a part of. Any company that would do that for you to let you know that they want you that much is very nice.
And they want me to be myself as well. And that just deleted any fears that I had about what I was supposed to be as an ambassador. Just got picked up and profiled by the Toronto Star, which is Canada's most well-read publication.
Woo-hoo.
It'll be out within the next few days. Or next few weeks, depending on news stories, but it's a feature article on Jock Yoga being an official new style of yoga originating out of Toronto by one person, which is me,
Decorte.
which I'm very excited about.
Yay.
In a humble way.